be great. So how dare I just sit here and just live an okay life? How dare I do that? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. And it's time for me to come back. I have missed recording, I've missed vlogging, I've missed doing everything. My camera was broke for a while, so I just bought a new one and it was expensive, but I am thankful to have a camera so I can come back and make content. So welcome back to my channel. For real this time. I promise to be consistent because I owe it to myself. I'm going to do a get ready with me because we're shooting some stuff for So.Fvshionable today, so I need to do my makeup. So let's get started. Also, let's just start, right? So this is my honest video diary. This is my, you know how Kanye West had that, his documentary. This is my documentary in real time through my vlogs, through my entries on this YouTube channel. So I hope that watching this, it inspires people. I hope we're looking at my journey and sharing more of my truths and no longer being embarrassed by my process. Really help somebody, really pushes somebody, really shows the truth and say that, you know, you're not alone in your journey. You're not alone. Because sometimes I feel like we, especially entrepreneurs, especially people who want to make a dream, whether that's, you know, doing their music, starting a business, you know, doing hair, whatever it is, doing whatever it is artistically and stuff like that. Like, it's hard. And I know a lot of times it feels lonely because a lot of times I feel alone, you know. But I like to just know that this is all going to be worth it at the end. So that's really what I just believe in. And in all my YouTube videos, I'm just going to be saying my truth, y'all, for real. And I keep saying that, but seriously, this is my journey, this is my documentary. So welcome to the rebrand of the Ellison YouTube channel. And I hope that my journey inspires you. I hope that you look back at all my videos and just really understand that you're not by yourself and that the journey is hard, but if you make it to the other side, when you make it to the other side, it's worth it. I decided to do this because I was talking to a friend and we were just talking about everything is happening to us in real time right now, right? Like, we know that our businesses are about to be worth millions soon. We know that we're going to be worth millions soon, but we're experiencing all the things that I feel like the greats have talked about. Like, not being supported by people you love and like not being able to bring everybody with you. Like, we're experiencing all this stuff like literally right now, you guys. And it is hard, but I respect it. And I always say that now because I respect it. It's part of the process. It's part of my right now. And all I can do is respect it. Like, for instance, I have realized about myself that I get embarrassed by everything. Like, I am always feeling embarrassed. Like, anything that I think is cringy, I think it's embarrassing, to say the least. I really think anything and everything is embarrassing. Men embarrass you, I am cringing. You know, like, but on my journey, I have felt embarrassed, but I feel like the world and social media have made me feel embarrassed. Like, made me feel like embarrassed for my journey. And I don't want to be like that anymore. I think that there's nothing embarrassing about going after what you want in this world. It's nothing embarrassing about going after what you believe in. It's nothing embarrassing about that. Nothing, not one thing. And I think that I have felt so embarrassed because I have this $1 million business. People have told me that, but like, my journey, it hasn't been overnight. But when I look back at where So.Fvshionable started to where we are now, I can be nothing but proud. So instead of using the word embarrassed, I need to use the phrase, I am so proud. I am so proud of where my business has grown. I am so proud of where I am. I am so proud. But it's funny, I'm going to keep talking about embarrassment because it was just like a hot topic. It was a hot topic, you guys. I was so embarrassed because this is a hot topic, right, you guys? Like, being embarrassed, I felt like when no one reposts it's like people don't realize being an entrepreneur, everything is appreciated. You reposting my content, appreciated. You pulling up to my event, appreciated. You just reposting or just talking about my business, appreciated. And I see, especially some of my friends, sisters that post, like, shout out to y'all. When I get rich, y'all get rich. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But to them other people, you know what I'm saying, that look but don't support, girl, get somebody else to do it. That's all I'm gonna say. It is hard being and going where we're going, and I feel like a lot of times you feel embarrassed because you see other people online making money they claim they're making. You know what I'm saying? You see people online saying that they did this and they're only 25, or they're only like 26, or they're 20 and they done made $1 million, and you like, dang, like, what about me? Like, no, I don't want to show my journey. Now I don't feel proud anymore because I should have been did this. I should have been did that. And like, that's how like the embarrassment comes. So then you start to like hide, you know, you start to like hide your journey. You start to hide yourself because it's not how it looks, because you don't have the fancy cars, you don't have the designer, you don't have whatever you feel you should have, like, or as a representation of where you are in your journey. And I think that, like, it's a shame that a lot of us feel like this. So I have declared and decided that, like, my process, I'm showing y'all, I'm not embarrassed by it anymore. Like, I literally started with nothing, and now I'm making a couple dollars, and I'm make a couple more dollars, I'm make a couple more dollars. Like, I'm not embarrassed by my journey anymore, because my journey is making me who I am, and it's really going to make me appreciate where I'm going. And so Jack Harlow's album just dropped, right? And I think it's so good. Like, it's literally one of the best albums. And he said in one of his songs, like, festivals, I'm performing at festivals at 1 p.m. I'm looking at the crowd, they're embarrassed for me. And I thought that was such a deep line, because it's like so many hidden messages, right? Like, it's like you posting your business and nobody's supporting it, or nobody's like liking, commenting, or whatever. And I know that people people look and say, ooh, well, she posting that little business again, ain't nobody looking at that. Oh, he posting that music again, ain't nobody looking at that. Like, so when Jack Harlow said that, you felt seen. I felt seen. Shoot, I felt seen. I felt like, man, he even understands, you know what I'm saying? And it's somebody that people have assumed has made it, right? Being vulnerable on this album, talking about his truths that he's been struggling with, truths that, you know what I'm saying, he's been going through. And it made it all clear to me that, like, I am not gonna be embarrassed by nothing. You know what I'm saying? You running laps on anybody that's still sitting on the couch, that has an idea, that has not gone for it. You running laps around them right now. So what? They don't support your music. So what? So what? You gonna make it, but you gotta believe in yourself. And I think that part of the embarrassment comes from us, like, you gotta have like that so what mentality, right? I love Jay-Z. He's like one of my favorite rappers. And in one of his videos, he always says, like, we kind of had to have that what do they know mentality. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they kept getting turned down by record label and they didn't believe in Rockefeller, and they didn't believe in what Jay was doing. Like, he said, I had to have that so what mentality. Like, so what? Like, what do they know? And I have carried that with me when I go and I pitch my business, and when I go and I do these partnerships, or do these partnerships. I have that, what do they know if they don't want to do it? They're going to come back around. I'll tell you that right now. They're going to come back around. So it's really like you have to have that mentality. So, like, that's why I say I'm no longer embarrassed by my journey. And I was for a really long time. I think that's part of the reason why I even stopped YouTube, right? Like, I don't want to share nothing. I literally don't want to share anything. I just kind of want to go through my life and see y'all at the top. But who is that helping? Who is that going to help when people see me at the top and I try to tell my story, but they don't feel it? You don't feel it. It's like, hard to feel somebody's story when you already see them successful. Like, they tell you that they went through all this stuff, and you're like, I feel you, you know what I'm saying? I hear you, but like, I don't see it. Like, it's hard for you to tell me that it was the hardest thing you did was making $1 million when you done made it $1 million a million times. But like, you want me, somebody who's trying to go for their dream, hear you. Like, it's hard. It's even me, because I watch a lot of motivational things, and I'm just like, I feel you, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't see it. So that's why I'm sharing my journey, because I want to help somebody. Because like, I know it's hard, y'all. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But I want people to feel seen, because I want to be seen. And this is what my new YouTube is about, baby. And I'm going to always be talking about fashion on here, because I absolutely always will love fashion and even beauty. But for the most part, I'm definitely going to be sharing a lot of my journey, the not so good parts. And I'm going to be definitely like doing like random videos on how I feel. Now, y'all may never catch me crying on YouTube, but if I have like my not so good days and my rough moments, I definitely will be posting those and just saying my truths in the moment of how I feel. Because every time I lie to you guys, not every time I've ever talked to somebody and I told them like about how I felt, they were like, man, I felt that way too. So I feel like this is part of my calling, to help share my journey, to help people how I know I can, which is through my words and through my actions. So welcome to the new YouTube. I am thankful though for my journey. When I look back, I'm not even close, y'all. But let me tell you something. I'm not even close to my journey being finished, but I have to look back. Sometimes you gotta look back to see where you're going. And when I look back at where I started, baby, to where I am, listen, I done came a long way. I done came a long way. I done came a long way from where I first started, y'all. A long way. So that's why I just like tell everybody, anybody that will listen, keep going. You don't know where you'll end up, but when you stop, that's it. That's all. When you stop, that's it. You can't go no further. You don't know what could have happened, what would have happened. And I realized that I don't want to live a life where I could have, would have, should have. Because the time is going to pass regardless. Time is going to pass regardless. And I do not want to live a life where I regret. And my only regret when I think about it is not doing the things that I wanted to, which was running the business, seeing how far I could go, living my dream. I don't want to live a life where I got to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. That's not a life I want to live, right? And success looks different. Success is all about your personal preference and your and what your ideal is, it right? Because my success may look different than your success or what you think success is. Success to me is freedom. I just want the freedom to just do whatever is on my heart, that I can just get up and travel, that I can get up and speak to people and give people hope. That's what success looks like to me. Success looks like running a $1 billion business that people said I couldn't do, that people said I shouldn't do, but I did it. That's what success looks like to me. So when people tell me what their version of success, all I can do is say, okay, I understand, I feel it, you know what I'm saying? But success looks so different to everybody. So it's important that when you're on your journey that you kind of keep that in mind. And not be embarrassed by none of this. None of this. That's what this rant is about today. Not being embarrassed by none of this. But to just use it as fuel. Y'all, I need to get my lashes done now. I'm going to get my lashes done next week. I'm going to put some frosties on today. So if you don't get anything else from this video, I hope you just take away to not be embarrassed by your journey. Do not be embarrassed by where you are right now, because where you are right now, if you continue to work, if you continue to push the needle, if you continue to do all the things that other people are scared to do, a year from now, you'll be past them. A year from now, you won't even be where you are right now. You'll be further along. As I look for my lip gloss. A year from now, you will be so far ahead that people are going to be shocked that you did it. They're going to be so shocked of how far you came. That you did it. And that they thought they couldn't do it, so they thought that you couldn't do it. But then you're like, nah, I did it. Which means you can too. So let's all do this journey together. Let's all push this needle forward. Let's all be whatever they said we couldn't be and document it. Because one day Kanye West knew he was onto something, y'all. He knew that he was going to be great. He said, let's do the journey right now. Let's document it right now. And I feel him. That's why I'm documenting it right now. Baby, this is going to be worth something. They're going to come back to these YouTube videos one day. And they're going to be like, oh, she was going crazy. She really believed in herself. She really knew she could do it. And she did everything she said she could do plus more. And I'm going to say, I always knew who I was. I didn't always know who I was, but I did learn along the way who I was. I always believed in what I was doing. And even though sometimes I still do have doubts, I mean, I'm human. But I just know the God I serve. I just know the God I serve. And I just know that he's called me to be great. So how dare I just sit here and just live an okay life? How dare I do that when God has called me to be so much more? He's called me to do so much more. How dare I? How dare I? Nah, can't live like that. Can't support it. Can't support it. I'm trying. These ends, they look cute, y'all, but like, they're a little messy. I can't support it. I literally cannot support it. I need to do my edges. I literally can't support it. So take this video as a sign. I'm gonna put some gel on my edges while you think about that. Hold on. All right, now I'm back. I tell you, it's crazy how doing your edges really could just change your whole hairstyle. Anyways, like I was saying, this is the time to do whatever it is in your heart to do. Seize it, do it now, because tomorrow is really not promised. And it's like you think you have so much time, and like you really don't. You don't have a lot of time, not like you think. And then besides, who wants to be, chasing their dreams at 80? You can do it. You should do it if it's on your heart. But if you have that dream on your heart right now, why not start now? Why not do it now? And we're not going to be embarrassed by our journeys. We are not going to be embarrassed by where we are. We are no longer living in that, because I feel like that's part of being fearful. And like, I don't want to be fearful. I don't lack anything. I live in a life of abundance. I live in a life of possibilities. I live in a limitless life because I have a limitless God. So like, I don't want to live in fear. I'm not embarrassed by anything. I'm not embarrassed because every single thing is really like a step to get into my destination. It's literally a step to getting to where I'm meant to be. So I am not embarrassed by it. Only thing I can do is showcase it, and I know it's going to help somebody. I know it's going to help somebody. So that's why this is my video diary. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the new journey. Welcome to the continuous journey of Autumn Ellison, however you want to, spin it. Because I'm making a $1 billion business named So Fashionable. I used to be so embarrassed, like even about So Fashionable when I first did it, like I didn't have all my ducks in a row. I didn't know how to do every single thing for my business. Like I didn't know the right terminology, or I didn't know, that I was supposed to be doing this and not that. Like I used to be so embarrassed, like a little very timid, and like, nah, I know what my vision is. I may not have all of the tiny details figured out, but I know what the vision is, and I know what my business should be, what it's gonna be. So like, I take that and I have confidence in that. So I speak with confidence. I speak with confidence about So Fashionable. And like, I used to be like, yeah, I have a business called So Fashionable, like blah, 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 talking like this. Nah, I'm like, now I have a business named So Fashionable, and we are reimagining how you shop with occasions. I have that confidence. I'm not afraid, because I know that all I need is a couple people to believe in it. You know what I'm saying? All I need is a couple people to support it. All I need is a couple brands to be on it. And like, that's all you need. All you need is a couple. And like, so don't be embarrassed by your journey. And I keep saying this in this video. I'm gonna keep reiterating it, really for myself, but for you too, because being embarrassed, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. My first event we had for So Fashionable, it was 2 people on it. It was 2 people on that event, my man and my mama. And I was really embarrassed by it, right? Like, it made me feel so small because I thought that there were so many more people supporting me. But like, I'm not embarrassed by it. It was my first one. It was my first step. It was my first move. You know, some people just dream about doing events, and I just say, you know what, I'm gonna just do it. I don't have everything figured out yet, but I'm gonna just do it. And it was the best thing I could have did. So here's to the journey. Here's to showing up and not hiding anymore. In the words of Jasmine Sullivan, she said that she spent so much of her life hiding that she just doesn't want to hide anymore. So that's why we see her more. That's why she put an album out and she started doing documentaries and stuff like that. And I feel that, like, you're going to see me more. I'm not hiding. I turned 27 in 6 months. These are about to be the hardest 6 months in my life because I got to do something different. I got to change my life. I have to move the needle. God has been waiting on me to move my needle, and baby, I'm doing it. So thank y'all for watching my Get Ready Me. What y'all think? I feel like I look cute. I will go on tangents after tangents after tangents if you let me. Because I am definitely very passionate about what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And I just want to help people believe in themselves. I want to help people follow their dreams, because we're not here to just work, live on Saturdays and Sundays, and then like die. Like, we're meant to do so much more. So like, let's not allow life to just dim our light. Let's not allow life to just help make us give up. Like, that's not what we meant to do. And I'm really passionate about that. I believe that people can live whatever dreams is in their heart. Shoot, if your dream is to learn how to swim, why you can't swim? What if you're 65? Who cares? Whatever your dream is, do it. You only live this once. You only live once. You only live once. So I feel like my makeup came out good though. I'm gonna do some content. But thank y'all for listening to my rants. Thank y'all for just rocking with me since the beginning. I started doing YouTube in 2015, and it's come so far, and I'm really excited about this next step in this journey, using YouTube to be my video diary, to share my process and to share my journey, and to no longer being embarrassed by my journey, no longer being afraid to share because I know it's going to help somebody. I love y'all. I thank y'all for rocking with me, and I will see y'all on my next video. Remember to just drop some comments, some encouraging comments for somebody else that may need to hear it. If you got anything out this video, please use it and take it with you on your journey. And I will see y'all in the next video. Okay? Bye.